Freshwater crocodiles have long, thin, narrow jaws, and they can't kill people, but they sure can bite, like we found out when we tried to help a freshie that was caught in a farmer's water hole. Freshwater crocodiles aren't ordinarily a problem to farmers. They are primarily fish eaters. But this one's gotten in too close to the area where the farmer lives and has no hope of leaving. As the waterhole dries up, we can see evidence where the crocodile has tried to leave but has come back time and again. With only days left before the waterhole's completely dry, we've got to get in and move it out as fast as possible. And this is one big freshwater crocodile. This is when the crocodile manages to get one over on us. When Steve isn't paying attention, it manages to grab a hold of his thumb, sinking its teeth in right to the bone. Youch! And there it is. He's got to pull his hand out of the croc's mouth and without missing a beat, continues with the capture.
What you don't get to see is a tooth snapped off in the knuckle of my thumb.
The mud is so deep that the crocodile can lie on the surface while our legs sink right in.
Okay, let's go up.
And the pain of the bite is easy to overcome. I just block it out. My job is to save this crocodile no matter what. Focus.
I'm just totally stuck in the mud, completely mired. Every time I try to get up on my feet, I fall over again. Steve's having to hold the crocodile and me. As the croc continues to struggle, our efforts become more and more difficult, and I'm getting tired.
Let's go.
Finally, we made it.
If only crocodiles knew that we were there to help them, help save their life. This big adult freshwater crocodile had a piece of net all entangled around its snout. It was surely gonna die, and it gave us the slip until we could finally get in and grab it and save its life.
We weren't exactly sure what we were looking for, but my instincts were telling me that something was amiss. I kept spotting stuff, bubbles, what looked to be a bit of net, and I couldn't quite get a bead on it, so I decided to go into the freshwater crocodile's territory. You can see that one's perfectly healthy, sitting up against the logs, thinks it's camouflaged. They're very uninclined to bite. Unless I touch it or bump into one, they won't bite. On my next dive, I think I see it. No? Yes! That's got to be a piece of net. I can't get anywhere near it. It just swims off out in front, so we decide to try by paddling. And there it is! I spear straight down and easily grab it round the neck and hang on.
This way. That's it. I got the head. Oh, I tell you what, he's tired too. He's really tired.
The net comes off easy. Terry's razor-sharp knife just slides it through. This croc was certainly gonna die. It's already starting to get emaciated. Thank goodness we got to it when we did. And straight back into the water.
I've got a real strong rapport with the United States Armed Forces, and I was asked to assist at Eglin Air Force Base with their program removing and relocating venomous snakes while the Rangers did a training course. Of course, the Rangers are the elite of the armed forces. Those blokes are one wild fighting unit. And they asked me to do a speech to them. Dangerous? I was scared stiff.
I'm here at Eglin Air Force Base to talk to one of the most elite fighting forces in the world, the Rangers.
Steve Irwin.
Good afternoon, Rangers. Today I'd like to gift to you my knowledge on alligators and crocodilians. Here in Florida, this is the species of crocodilian that would have the capacity to deliver a fatal bite to you. In fact, an alligator, once it gets over 12 feet in length, would not only have the capacity to kill you, it will eat you. Not that side. You can see this beautiful little girl here. She's only 7 feet in length. She would not be considered as a danger to a ranger. Can you hear that? Go again, sweetheart. When they hiss, when you're close enough to an alligator to hear it go, you're in a load of trouble. The American crocodile I would consider as placid. They will not strike a human. Perhaps in a few years, if numbers do get up to a nice level, then a very small baby person, like a little child, perhaps at night, left on its own in a swamp, could be attacked by a crocodile, by an American crocodile. This is Big John, and he's right over there. He's the Ranger mascot, and he's a beautiful animal. God only knows how old he is, but he's been in some hardcore battles, and I reckon he's won them all. And he's the perfect mascot for the Rangers, because you are the toughest blokes on the face of the earth. In your lifetime as Rangers, you're going to be spending a fair amount of time in the water, particularly here in North America, in gator territory. So while you're moving around and they're looking up, you look big because, well, you're Rangers. And you're tough. Good luck. I hope I've been of some assistance. Thank you very much for your time.
Okay, thanks, Steve. I really appreciate it.
Good luck.
Imagine how intimidated I was out in front of those blokes.